fuck is going on in here? Oh, hello there. Round 34. Where do I start? First and foremost, let me thank Hash Brown for producing the beat for round 34. I thought it was a very different beat. Had a very different type of tempo. It wasn't a tempo that has been used a lot in this competition. It was a fun, quirky type beat. I feel like the rappers, well, the artists this round had to hop on it and really have fun with it. It challenged people. So this is a competition, so I do want people to feel challenged when they get these instrumentals, and I think round 34's music was a prime example of that. So thank you, Hash Brown, for introducing a new style to the competition, to the platform. I want the Standards Elite playlist to have all kinds of different music from all different types of producers. Shout out to the two-time champ OT. I think everybody knew when he made his round opening submission, they knew the bar was set really, really high. And I knew it was going to be very hard to top what he did with that beat. I mean, he put the island accent on. He hopped in and out of the singing and the rapping. He found that pocket, man. Found the vibe of the beat. And if anybody had any doubts about his versatility coming into this round, he killed all that. I like that part where he be like, I am not your safety net, I make you win. Shout out to all the artists in round 34. OT, Legit, Sydney Banks, Kid Savage, Will Bleezy, The Don, Johnny B, Jay Savage, and Miss Calamity Jane. This was the the worst round of the deck so far on every level. When it comes to quantity of subs, I think that had a lot to do with the music. People weren't feeling the beat and didn't want to hop on it, didn't feel like they could create something that was worthy of submitting. To the artists that do that, I mean, you sign up for this competition knowing what the platform is, or you should. You should never sign up for something if you don't know exactly what's going on. But that's basic information. You know you don't get to pick the music. So when you get the music and you don't like it, you can't really be shocked. You can't act like you didn't know that was a possibility. Push yourself, challenge yourself. But then I understand if the shit just don't come together right, and you just can't do it, then maybe you didn't understand the challenge that was in front of you. This was one of them rounds where people were competing for last place instead of competing for first place. It was a lot of people at the bottom of the barrel. Like, the conversation was, who's gonna get 5th through 8th. This is the first time that the top 4 is the same that I would have it. The actual top 4 was OT, Legit, Sydney Banks, and Kid Savage. And that's exactly what my top 4 would have been. Why was OT number 1? Because he was just better than everybody. The only one that was in his league was Legit. And Legit was getting inched out by OT by maybe like 1 point in some of these categories. Sydney, he doesn't do anything bad. I just think this was just one of them average rounds where he just kind of spit. You know, it's like you can't really say anything bad about his sub. It was just, and Kid Savage at the 4th place spot. This was his best sub so far. He's been competing in the standard. He's been involved in the standard since the first deck. And it was definitely that song that he submitted where you can tell, okay, he's learning some stuff. He's getting better. The flow is there. Just needs more fine tuning. And he came with a dope chorus. The song that stuck in my head this round, I'm gonna have to go with the one thing that really got stuck in my head was that Mr. Roboto. Mr. Roboto.
Hi, all we got was related clear rocket from my powers on Octo.
Mr. Roboto. That's the shit that was in my head this round. Every round somebody gets gypped. This round I honestly don't feel like anybody got gypped. This might be the first time ever in standard history where I completely agree with every single slot. And I think that shows something in how the grading is getting better. Like, the judges are getting better at breaking these songs down. I think this was just an easy round to judge, to be honest. That's probably why it's so accurate, because it wasn't really hard to tell where people should be placed. The sponsors for round 34, of course, my business, Gene U. Of course, U3 Radio, They've been a long time sponsor. Shout out to Mayzella. DJ Hash Brown. This is the first time we've had the producer also be a sponsor, so he offered a reward this round. And also ruofficial.com. Thank you to the sponsors for getting involved and offering your services to the winner. Overall, I want to say round 34 was pretty whack. I mean, it was some good stuff. I guess the top half was cool, but then the bottom half was just like, it was just some really bad stuff this round. People did some really whack stuff. Like, people did some stuff that had me sitting in front of the computer with the stank face. And not in a good way, because sometimes I'll hear something good and make a stank face, but this was legit like you smell some trash and you don't want to smell it because it's just so horrible. This was a developmental round. It was a lot of advice being given, tips on how to correct the simple mistakes in songwriting. It was a lot of that, which is not bad. I like to give advice. I like to tell artists what they're doing wrong. I feel like negative opinions and negative feedback is some of the biggest inspiration for anybody, because when you hear something bad, those are the times where you really have to grow. How you handle that criticism says a lot about who you are, not only as an artist but as a person. If I can tell you you're great, I should also be able to tell you you're bad. I don't want that to ever discourage anybody from being involved in the standard. I'm just trying to give you an honest opinion and perspective on what you're doing in art. And I feel like I'm qualified to do that because this is all I've done with my life since I was 6 years old. I'm 27 now. So yes, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, I'm not gonna feed you bullshit because I've been where you are. I've been through the whole developmental stage. I've recorded hundreds of songs. I know what the rookie mistakes sound like because I've made them already. I've corrected them already. I've grown into my voice. So when I'm speaking to y'all on this page, it's not to come off like I know everything or I'm trying to put your craft down. If I say something bad, it's because I'm trying to point out stuff that you probably don't hear and you've probably never heard, because nobody is brave enough to tell you the truth about what you're doing. So that should just make you appreciate the platform even more, that people like me and other people on the page are not afraid to tell you if you're fucking up. Keep working, keep progressing, keep getting better at whatever it is you do. Invite whoever you want to the page. My name is Genius. I am a genius. I just did the salute too early. I'm fucking up. But my name is Genius. I am a genius. Whew, my fucking brain is scattered, dude. I don't even know if I'm closing this shit right. The standard is gonna be great. The standard is already great. Shout out to all the new people. The people who have not yet joined and who will join. The new artists who are gonna come into this competition and make a name for themselves and be remembered forever. I'm fighting for you. I'm fighting for every artist on the planet who wants to be heard and feels like nobody's paying attention. I'm paying attention. The standard is paying attention.